Hello, Manuel. My name is Shannon. What brought you in today?
Everything's fine. My wife is concerned about me, but I'm really excited about what the future has in store for our
Okay.
family.
Okay. I would like to hear more about what concerns your wife has before we start talking about the future, if that's all right with you. Now, your wife expressed that sometimes you feel really happy and more engaging. You work really long hours nonstop. Could you tell me a little more about this?
Yeah, all right. Well, like last year, I tried to remodel our house, but after that, like about 4 months ago, we ran out of money to do this. So this year, I started remodeling a car, but you know what? I didn't really sleep much, and I eventually became too tired to just keep going.
Sounds like you get really passionate about your projects.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. I stay up for like 5 days working on something, and I get really excited about it. And then I just get like super tired, and I have to sleep to regain my energy. It's just weird.
And how long would you say you normally sleep for?
Like 3 or 4 days, probably.
And after you stayed up for so long, it's no wonder you're so tired. Anna also mentioned that she thinks that you've been a little sad recently. Could you tell me more about this?
Yeah, I mean, it's more like I really just miss Mexico. I miss my family there. I want to go back. It's just hard to live here, and I'm worried we'll never be successful. I work so much, but we have to rent out our home to pay for the mortgage, and it feels like it's impossible. Like, I want my family to have everything, and sometimes I feel like we don't have much or barely anything, and I end up not caring about working, which is great. Well, I mean, I do. Yeah, it isn't great actually because we need that money to help with the mortgage and it's just to feed the kids and we need to really rely on our family to help us through.
I'm really sorry you're feeling this way. We all feel like life is impossible at times, and that's great that you have family there to support you. Can you tell me how long your last sad time lasted?
Yeah, I think it was like a couple months ago. um, I know I worry my wife a lot. When I get that way, I don't even really like planning anything. I think she feels as if I stop our lives.
Well, you did say you had some plans for the future? Would you like to tell me about that?
Yeah, I was feeling um, a bit down last week, but now I have this idea of buying a ranch in the Central Valley and moving there with my wife and my family, my kids, so they can have everything they ever dreamed of.
Wow, that sounds wonderful. You were just telling me you were struggling with work recently, though. How do you plan on accomplishing that?
I don't know. I mean, things are going to be fine because God and Virgin Mary. They tell me like everything's going to be fine. They even told me to buy this ranch because this is my destiny. They told me like this is gonna happen for me, and I just need to get money to put a down payment. And even God told me to buy this lottery ticket so I can win it, and this is just a sign.
Well, I see that's a grand idea, and something I think you should talk to your wife about. But there is something I want to discuss with you. Your wife had some concerns about your behavior, and I believe this is due to something called bipolar disorder. Do you know what that is?
No, well, I only heard that. Is it like something like mood swings?
Kind of. People with bipolar disorder feel very happy and energized for some of the time, and then feel really hopeless and sad at other times. And it kind of just happens over and over again. It's really not mood swings, it's more like seasons in a year. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So am I sick?
Sick isn't the right word. There's something about you that makes you have these grand ideas, which is great, but you tend to lose motivation to carry them out, and you get very sad. This seems to be affecting your family and work.
Yeah, I think so.
I know you weren't the one to come in today, but I would really like to help make living a little easier, and I think I can do that if you're willing to try it. What do you think?
Well, I want to make my family proud and happy, so I want to try.
Great. So first, are you taking any medications currently, such as medications for depression?
No.
All right. So I'd like to start seeing you every week for a therapy session so we can talk about how you're doing. You have some homework to help learn to cope with your emotions, and something else I'd like to put you on is a medication called lithium.
Okay.
Lithium is what is called an anti-manic agent and is commonly prescribed for people with bipolar disorder to treat their manic episodes. Your manic episodes are when you don't sleep for days and you do those projects for really long times. It affects the flow of sodium in your body, and the sodium is what is affecting the mania. Both the organization in charge of psychologists in the United States and across the world agree that this is both a good treatment for bipolar disorder and they recommend it as a treatment for this condition.
But I don't want to lose the mania.
I understand that manic episodes can be great because you feel like you can get a lot of things done, but it's important to also consider that there's a downside when you run out of the motivation. You feel very down and depressed. So taking lithium will help us with therapy and help you feel better overall. Do you think you're willing to try it?
All right.
There are some potential side effects of lithium. If you take too much lithium, something called lithium toxicity may occur, which can lead to death. So it's important that you take the medication as it's prescribed by your doctor. Some common symptoms associated with lithium toxicity include muscle weakness, twitching, drowsiness, feeling lightheaded, mood changes, blurred vision, ringing in your ears, irregular heartbeats, confusion, slurred speech, clumsiness, trouble breathing, or seizures.
Wow, this is making me nervous.
As long as you take the medication as prescribed, these symptoms should not occur.
All right.
There's also something called the serotonin syndrome, which means that there's this chemical in your body called serotonin that is being produced too much. Symptoms associated with serotonin syndrome include agitation, hallucinations, fever, sweating, shivering, fast heart rate, muscle stiffness, twitching, loss of coordination, nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea. If you experience any of these symptoms, you need to call your doctor right away.
Okay.
Other side effects associated with lithium include dizziness, drowsiness, tremors in your hands, trouble walking, dry mouth, increased thirst or urination, nausea, vomiting, loss of appetite, stomach pain, cold feeling or discoloration in your fingers or toes, rashes, and blurred vision. Again, if you experience any of these things, you need to notify your doctor, and I will provide you with a little sheet that shows you what exactly you need to look out for in these cases.
Okay.
Now, as your therapist, I'm here to support you in treatment any way that I can. I want you to bring any concerns you have during our sessions to me. It's important that you are able to speak with me freely and honestly, because if the medication is not working, then some changes will be made. I also want to talk about strategies for keeping up on your medications.
Yeah, my wife can help me with that. She's better at that kind of stuff than me.
That's great. I would love to talk to her before you leave today. Perhaps there's other things you can do to remind yourself to take your medication?
Yeah, I can have, one of my kids help me set an alarm to remind me.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Since it's so important to make sure you take the right amount of lithium, it may also be beneficial to ask your physician to just separate the amount of dosages you're supposed to take every day so that it limits that possibility. What could you do to remind yourself in case your phone doesn't remind you?
Well, let's see. I could write a note and tape it in the bathroom, which is, like in the mirror, because that's the first thing I see in the mornings.
It's a great idea again. Again, please keep me updated during our weekly therapy sessions about how you're truly feeling. If this treatment is not working for you, we need to adjust it so that you feel better. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, great. Let's go talk to your wife.
All right, thank you.